Here's White. Off target at the rim. And here are the Clippers. The three. Harden's shot is off. Brown outside. Hands it from downtown.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the three, it really opens up this offense.
Pass to Powell. Back to Harden. In the corner, Powell with it. Shoots over Brown. Here's Zubac. And it's blocked by Brown.
Great positioning and timing by Brown, using his athleticism to come away with the rejection.
Just 3 to shoot. Harden can't hit. The Celtics on offense. And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Jrue Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pro's pro.
Now here's Leonard. Following the miss by Porzingis. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
Greg, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Free throw, good, Holiday. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably... a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with it.
Now here's Leonard. Dunn misses.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, Teron Lou and I had a few minutes to share. Now, we talked about Jrue Holiday and how he plans to stop him from being a factor out there. Coach said it won't be easy. He told me Holiday is a gifted two-way guy, but I think we can trip him up by staying on him on all times, by staying aggressive. So that direct approach is what they hope throws Holiday off his game. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. And that one's good. Leonard.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it. Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. Now, here's Leonard. Here's Harden on the wing. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
A three from Leonard. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
You set him up more often than not. Leonard will knock him down.
Outside Tatum. Back to White. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Chris Dunn picks one up. And Coach Derek. White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
Now, here's Dunn. Still scoreless. Here's Harden. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
White, good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
It's good from long range. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Porzingis from down in the low post. It goes.
I like the unselfish approach from Brown there, willing to give it up to his open teammates.
Chalk up 2 there.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6 points.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
And here's Brown outside. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the Clippers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And don't go. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Clippers.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And stolen by White. Holiday, no one around him. Drains the three-pointer. Holiday's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Dunn looking over the floor. Over Porzingis. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. He has 5. This tug-of-war game continues.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get them off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can't be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. White's got 7 points in the game.
and scanning the floor well. Porzingis all about finding open teammates when they've got low.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Over to the wing. Back to Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Harden's shot is good.
And when Harden's this close, he looks to score. Love his mentality.
Tatum down low. And the dunk by Tatum. You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Harden. And they get it back. Nobody near Leonard. Here's Zubac. Missed it, even after all those chances. Here's Brown. Buries it down low. Brown's got the lead up to 3 now for Boston.
Look, Brown's a great athlete. I love to see him work inside.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
It's to Porzingis. Over Harden. And the shot is long. And here's Los Angeles. On the wing, Harden. Back to Leonard. And here is Dunn. Lets it go with a 3. Offensive rebound. Zubac, that's good.
Plays like that make a coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. .125 left now here in the second. Brown right side. Back to Holiday. Pass to White. Leonard with the steal. Kawhi puts it down hard.
And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality.
Horford's shot is good.
And every time you think one team's got something going, the other seems to respond.
Pass to Harden. And that's basket number 4. He's taken 9 shots to this point.
And for Harden, finishing through contact is just part of the job description. He gets bodied up almost every time he takes it inside.
Back to Porzingis. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pass to Harden. To the paint. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That one is off.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Brown with it. Now guarded by Dunn. And Brown throws it down hard.
Well, I'll tell you, Brown gets off the floor so easily.
It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Yeah, you love to see a quick bucket off the inbounds. Well done.
Pass to Holiday. Wants to get it to Brown and does. Count that one. And it's 9 points for Jaylen Brown. 7 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And here's Leonard from 3. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Celtics out in front, up by 1. And will return shortly. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. The Clippers trail. And Kawhi drives. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. And Boston has possession. And Holiday throws it down.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Let's check in with our... reporter David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said we can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure.
Man, Holiday puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Often it's with his scoring, but right there, making a play for someone else.
Clippers trail by 5. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Tatum. And it's Leonard missing. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Boston. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. And White with the stuff.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Love the selflessness. Tatum willing to give it up whenever he sees an open teammate.
Powell for 3. The rebound by the Celtics. And here's Brown outside. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Misses the 3.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection. Yeah, and he seems to have lost his rhythm all of a sudden. This has not been his quarter.
Here's Tatum. And another miss by Boston. Clippers trail by 9. For 3. Leonard, no luck.
And even though the quarter has been a struggle, it doesn't look like he's lost his confidence. He keeps looking for a shot.
There's Tatum's range on display. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players. And it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
The 3 from Harden. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
It's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Brown, good.
Even when Tatum isn't the shooter, he's dangerous. He can set others up to finish the job.
Pass to Powell. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Tatum. Boston leading by 12. And Brown throws it down hard.
And guys, really no surprise to see Brown flourishing on offense. He is just fearless on that end.
Powell, that's good.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
It's Brown with the drive.